Welcome to Do the Dang Thing podcast with Chrissi Sperduto, the podcast that's like having a personal action-taking coach in your pocket, giving you bite-sized tips and small mindset shifts every week. I'm your host, Chrissi Sperduto. I'm a network marketer turned action-taking coach for business owners who grew her businesses while holding down a successful career in aviation. I'm on a mission to help you fit your business into your everyday life because I believe you are capable of doing some pretty amazing things no matter how chaotic your life is. Consider me your no-nonsense business BFF, helping you learn how to get it all done quicker, easier, and with way less mental drama. Join me here on the podcast each week where we'll chat everything from systems to help you fit your business into real life, to business tips, plus time management hacks, mindset shifts to help you find the courage to take that next step in your business, and real life experts to inspire and empower you to go after your goals. Let's go, CEO. We have work to do. Grab your favorite cup of coffee or wine, no judgment here, and get ready to ditch those inner mean girl thoughts ringing in the back of your head so you can embrace your inner badass and go do the dang thing. Hello, my friends, and welcome back. Today, we're diving into something super cool and honestly, something I think that every single business owner needs to know about and needs to master. I'm here with my friend Irena, Chat GPT for Business Efficiency Expert. Thank you so much for joining us today, Irena.
Thank you for having me.
I'm so excited for Irena to share a few ways that we can get our time back. I've been using Chat GPT for several months now, all with Irena's guidance, and it amazes me all the things that it can do and how quickly it can do it too.
Yes.
Before we jump in, Irena, tell us a little bit about your journey into becoming a Chat GPT guru for solopreneurs, and how did you know that, even what Chat GPT was, and how did you become an expert in it?
Yeah, so I've been in this online business world for almost 9 years now. And when you start your business, you have all this passion for everything, and you realize that your passion is just 5% of the whole business. You have to do every other thing that you really don't like to do. And one of those things for me was definitely Instagram. I don't like Instagram. It's just too much work, and I'm a bit of a perfectionist, which I now realize that it's actually a synonym for insecurity, but that's another topic. So when ChatGPT came out, I was like, okay, maybe this could be something that will help me with my Instagram struggles. And when I first, of course, I started like everyone else, I asked, okay, I do this, please give me 10 content ideas for my Instagram. And I was blown away from the first time. But then when I started using it and when I started creating posts, I was like, okay, it's too general. It's not specific to my business. And then I was determined to make it work for me. And then I just started testing the prompts, testing different ways of how I can make it work for me. And the rest is history.
I love that so much. And before you were a ChatGPT expert and that was like your niche on Instagram, you had your own Etsy shop, is that correct?
Yes, I did. Yes, I did. I started with a blog. And when you're working online and when you are researching, you find so many other things you can do. And then I have this entrepreneurial spirit in me, and I opened an Etsy shop, and that was huge success. It was something that, when you read, it skyrocketed in days. It literally, when I opened the shop 3 weeks later, it was a huge success. So it's a success that I was working like until midnight and waking up at 4 a.m. to deliver everything I could do.
That's
It was
crazy.
that good, yes. But it was also a huge learning experience for me to never rely on algorithms again. And I could have done a lot of more things to get to my customers, but I didn't. So that story was done. And then after that, I had an e-commerce shop, which was also a great success. And then I stumbled on ChatGPT, which blew my mind, and I got an offer for to sell my e-shop, Shopify store. And that was like, okay, I need to do this because I want to focus on ChatGPT and help other solopreneurs like me to really remove the overwhelm from their business and life in general.
Oh, you know how much I love a good pivot. I love
Yes.
that so much. Okay, let's go back to the basics, Irena. There are probably several people that are listening today that are brand new to ChatGPT, or they've only used it for like those very simple prompts, give me 10 content ideas or write this post, and it everything that's popping out has a little rocket ship and emoji.
Yes.
It
Yes.
sounds really generic. So, for those of us that are brand new, can you break down what ChatGPT is and why it can be a game changer for solopreneurs?
Okay, so ChatGPT is a language model that is designed to understand and generate human like text based on the input it receives. So it communicates with you based on what you ask it to. It sounds very simple, and it is simple, but there are a few things that we need to know when we are using ChatGPT. With ChatGPT, nothing goes without saying. It's not like you are talking to a person. It's a super smart tool, but it's not a person. So it takes literally everything we write and generate text based on that. So we need to give context. We need to be specific with ChatGPT. And the best way to do this, when we give a prompt and the answer is so so, we can either tweak our previous prompt or go and explain, okay, that's great, but this is missing. You didn't talk about that, you didn't talk about that. And over time, you know how to prompt from the first time. So that's important. That's very important for communicating with ChatGPT. And I mean, ChatGPT is a game changer, life changer, whatever you want to call it, for especially for solopreneurs and small business owners who are limited with budget, who can't hire a team of experts to work with them. ChatGPT can be your business partner in almost every aspect of your business. So that's a huge thing for solopreneurs especially.
Yeah. Can you give us some examples of what a solopreneur can use ChatGPT for? And I have a couple examples I want to throw out there too.
Okay, oh, there are so many examples. First, of course, the most obvious one is content creation. Instagram posts, emails, blog posts. You could even do a script for a podcast. So that is the most time consuming task for most small business owners. And that is the one task that ChatGPT excels at. It's when you know how to prompt and when you know how to use it. And there's just a learning curve, and that's the beginning. So creating content, brainstorming ideas, and then we can also focus on the things that are not just time consuming, but things that had to be done have to be done, but we don't like doing them. So ChatGPT can do that as well. For example, I love Google Sheets, but I don't know how to create them. I don't know the formulas. Mm, I don't know how to create them. And ChatGPT creates that for me in seconds, which is something a few years ago, I would have to hire someone to do that for me, or I wouldn't do it at all. So those are the things. Then uh, researching their ideal clients. That's a huge struggle of every small business owner. And ChatGPT can go so deep into understanding your ideal client, into understanding their thoughts, what they want, their struggles, by researching forums, Facebook groups, any other places where small business owner hangs out, and make a summary of the biggest struggles and how they talk about their biggest struggles and desires, which is huge. It would usually take months to research your ideal client, and you still wouldn't be sure if you pieced all the information you got well. So that's a huge thing.
Yeah. So I'm going to throw out there too, it can organize your to do list. It
Oh,
can
yes.
help you organize like your week. I think you had me do that once. There's just so many different things. You can have it tweak your sales page. Hey,
Hmm.
what opportunities do I have to make the sales page better? So many
You can
things.
validate a sales page. You can ask it to look at your sales page from a perspective of your ideal client and give you ideas of, like, an inner monologue of your when your ideal client is going through your sales page, and what do they think, are
Yeah.
their objections. I mean, it's amazing. The possibilities are endless, really.
Yeah. I showed it once what I wanted to, like what my goals were for my Instagram stories and to give me a weekly story posting schedule that I use every week.
Oh
Every
my
week. It's
God.
just a checklist that I use over and over so I don't have to think about what to post to stories, but I know every week I touch on these 5 things someplace throughout the week. So,
Well, that's what it's called, removing the guesswork out of your business strategy.
yeah,
It's amazing.
the possibilities really are endless. But for someone that's brand spanking new to ChatGPT, what is step one for them?
Well, step one is, I would say, first you need to know your business, and you need to train ChatGPT about your business. So I have this free resource. I made it free, even though everyone is telling me, even you, Christian, told me I should made it a paid product. And who knows, someday maybe I will. But it's the foundation of your communication with ChatGPT. It's called the ChatGPT Brand Builder, and it creates your brand Kickstarter prompt. It's a prompt that I use to start every chat with that prompt. It's a prompt that trains ChatGPT and tells ChatGPT every single thing about my business. So it's there ready to copy and paste. And from there on, ChatGPT creates tailored content, tailored responses, tailored strategies to your specific business needs. I would say that is the first thing that someone who is just starting out should create.
I love this brand Kickstarter prompt. I've recommended it to so many people. But basically, what it does is it takes everything about your business and it feeds it to chat. So then everything from that point forward inside that thread is now tailored towards you, the way that you sound, who you're serving. And so you're not getting those generic responses. You are getting the very specifically tailored to you, sounds like you.
Yes.
Are there any specific tasks where ChatGPT just does a really bad job? Like, stay away from it.
Well, I wouldn't say that it does a bad job, but it's not as good as, for example, for keyword research. I'm creating blog posts now, and I've tried using it for keyword research, but it's not bad. It does the job, but I would say it's not as good as other really keyword research tools. So I wouldn't rely completely on researching keywords. There are many other ways to do that free, and maybe that is something. Even though the new O1 preview model is super smart, it does many things at once. So maybe that model will be even better at really recognizing the keywords as well, because it can, for example, this new model can give you trending audios on Instagram. So I'm guessing it can do this, but it's a new model, and I still haven't gone through the keyword research for specifically in that model. But I'm sure that will come too, where we can turn to ChatGPT even for those things.
Yeah, they're constantly updating it and evolving and like
Hmm.
I'm like, "Oh, this is so great. How could they possibly make it better?" And then a new version comes out and I'm like, "How could
Oh.
they possibly make it better? This is so much better." A lot of business owners that I chat with are, it's really more people, my friends on Facebook, when I mention ChatGPT or AI, they're a little hesitant to bring in AI to their business. What are common concerns that you hear and how do you address them?
Yes, well, I was hesitant at first. So ChatGPT came at November 22, and I heard all of these things. It was a huge news, and I heard all of these things about it. But I was like, that's too futuristic for me. I'm not that. I don't want to do that. But then I gave in, and it changed my life. So that is something that people think that it's too going into their privacy. That's a huge problem for most people, and also it will make them sound inauthentic, which is something. ChatGPT is a tool. It can make anything on its own. We are business owners, we are the CEOs, and nothing goes out there if we don't put our green light on it. So ChatGPT can't make you impersonal. I even use sometimes completely change what ChatGPT gave me, but I never start from blank page. It sparks creativity, and just words start coming in, and I know exactly what I need to write, and it turns out completely different than what ChatGPT gave me. But
Yeah.
it's a starting point if you don't want to use it completely. But I am sure that whoever starts using ChatGPT will start to use it completely for their business, not just content creation, but for everything, because it's amazing. Why not?
Yeah. I think that's such a great point of it allows you to not start from a blank slate. It
Yes.
allows you to start with something on the page, whether that's an outline. Hey, give me
Hmm.
an outline for a podcast episode about this. Give me an outline for my next course. And then you can go in and you can tweak that outline. It's not going to pop out an entire course in one prompt. It's going to take you tweaking and your input combined with it.
Yes, exactly. Because if you give the prompt, if you input your skills, your expertise, your experience in your prompt, it is your unique response that ChatGPT gives you. It is unique to you. It's not general, because you asked it based on on your specific strategies and your skills and your knowledge. So it's a unique output that you use out there, and just maybe tweak it to fit more to your brand voice. That's all. It's so good now that that's basically, you almost don't have to do that at all. You just put in some filler words, because it's way past though that first model 3.5, where it was like full of all kinds of emojis, and it was so
I love rocket
recognizable.
ship emoji, up level. We can laugh about it now because I'm sure both of our marketing had it in there at some point, and
Oh
that's
my
okay.
God, because but you know what? ChatGPT is trained on what was there before. So the unlocks, the up level, I don't know what other words. Those were the words their marketers were using. That's why
Mhm.
ChatGPT gives us those words, because
Mhm.
those were the words that we were using. I'm guessing in a few months it will adapt to this more casual and conversational tone of voice that most people are using. So we'll see what kind of answers and language it will give us.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, so what would you say to someone that is worried about like the learning curve, like they're just shying away from even trying ChatGPT out because they're afraid like there's a learning curve or there could be errors in what it's giving you? Like, what do you have to say to them?
Well, I understand that. I recently did a post about my sister is like that. She doesn't want to learn. She doesn't have the will to learn new things. Just give me the final outcome. What do I need to do, the step by step, and I'll do that. And I understand that. Uh, I mean, that's why I created some solutions for like ChatGPT content creation toolkit. It's a product that only costs $39, and it helps you create Instagram content in seconds. It helps you train ChatGPT. It helps you create content in different ways, approaching from different perspectives. So that's, if you want to skip the learning curve, I would suggest going straight to the product and where you have everything. However, the learning curve doesn't have to be that. You don't need the toolkit if you are willing to um, put in maybe some of the work, like create the brain Kickstarter prompt and start testing from there, and communicate with ChatGPT like you would with your friend. That's the main thing. That's the only way to learn how to use ChatGPT.
It should just do the dang thing and go play with it and figure it out.
Exactly.
And listener, if you haven't figured out by now, the whole podcast, I'm just going to keep telling you to do the dang thing on every episode.
I love that. I use that. That's your phrase, and I use it all the time. Just do the damn thing. Just don't think about it. Stop thinking about it. Do it.
I love that so much. Okay, so I'm going to title this episode how using ChatGPT to get 10 hours back per week. Can you give us a couple of things that are things that we can use chat for that will buy back our time? Just really easy things that we can do.
The fastest way to save time with ChatGPT is to think about the most time consuming tasks. That's for most solopreneurs and small business owners. That's creating Instagram content. It's just a fact. So I would start with that. Start creating Instagram content. Start generating ideas and things that really, or things that drain you, that are draining to you, that are doesn't really have to be time consuming. They're just time consuming to you or to me. Something that goes easy to you, it's hard for me. So I would focus on making, like writing emails or email sequences. For you have a product and you need to create an welcome email sequence. ChatGPT can do that in seconds. And if it's something that you don't like doing, start with that. It will save you hours, if not days, of some work. Writing a sales page. Writing a sales page is an important job. And it can take, some people write sales page the whole week because they really want to make, ChatGPT will do that. Oh my God.
Yeah, once you input everything, it might take you
Yes.
10 minutes and it pops something out that is usable. Of course, it's going to need some tweaks, but if you put the right prompts in there and you tell it what you like, the tone you want it in, and all of the things, it will pop out something very close to usable.
Yes, it will. And I love creating templates. I just love creating templates, because fill in the blank templates, because they are for, especially for the tasks like sales pages, like those things that you need every once in a while. You don't do that every week. So there is a framework, a proven framework that goes into creating a sales page. So when you give instructions, when you create a template, fill in the template, and you use it, and that template gives ChatGPT instructions what to put on each part of your sales page, then it generates not just something close to usable, but it generates almost copy and paste content.
So, Irena, I used your sales page template for the Reels Ramp Up sales page, and I built the sales page in about an hour, like including design, graphics, all of the things.
That is something that you couldn't never do before ChatGPT. I mean,
No.
that's amazing. If you don't use it for anything, use it for that. I mean,
Yeah. So another thing I like to use it for is podcasts. So
mm-hmm,
you probably recognize that the outline that I sent you before
mm-hmm,
we recorded this was made on chat. Like
mm-hmm,
there are some obvious things, but I'm like, you get it. You use it for everything too.
mm-hmm,
And I'm always like, done is better than polished and perfect. Like I
mm-hmm.
got it to you. We're recording this episode. We're having a good time with it. Doesn't need to be perfect. But what I did was I actually set up a chat where I sent it specific episodes. I was like, here's a guest episode, here's 2 guest episodes, here's 2 solo episodes, here's a script, like an outline of the script that I wrote for these episodes. Now you know everything you need to know about my podcast. And then I said, I want to write an episode about this. I want to cover these 3 points and give them 5 tips to walk away with. Write me a script that sounds like me, and it will pop out like word for word exactly what I need to say, and it sounds like me.
I mean, that's amazing. And that is a pro use of ChatGPT. And it's something you just described, chain of prompts. That's a few chain of prompts, a few shot learning where you gave it your episodes, you gave it previous scripts, and I mean, and this is the outline you sent me. It sounds like if I didn't know you, I wouldn't know you use ChatGPT for this because it's so great. And I'm sure a lot of people who are listening to this right now can't imagine that you are reading a script that ChatGPT generated now because you sound superhuman, super casual, super friendly, and ChatGPT helped you do that very fast. So it still blows my mind.
Yeah, it's and watching it like the progression of where it's been to where it's going is just, I mean, we already kind of touched on it. It's just phenomenal. So I'm curious, where do you see ChatGPT or AI heading to in the next few years, especially for our small business owners?
Well, I think ChatGPT is a non-negotiable for future of any small business, especially online small business. It's a non-negotiable because it's such a huge revolution that it will get even better and better as people are using it, as people are getting ideas on how to use it and different approaches to use it. It's just a non-negotiable. I think uh, even without ChatGPT, everything is going so fast, was going so fast, and it was hard to keep up. You can imagine how fast it will go with ChatGPT when those most time consuming tasks will be done in hours. Something else will pop up, something new will come in the marketing world, in the business world. And I think everyone should be at least, I mean, you don't have to use ChatGPT on a daily basis, but you do have to know how it works and what it can do for you. That's my opinion. And I think everyone should, no one should ignore the fact that there is some kind of huge language model out there that has these amazing opportunities and just ignore that fact. No, it doesn't work like that. We have to keep up and learn how to use it.
Yeah, absolutely. Irena, thank you so much for sharing your expertise on ChatGPT with us. It is, like you said, an amazing tool that we can all use. We must use, honestly, and will help us work smarter instead of harder. I like to leave my listeners, and I know that you're a listener, so you know this. I like to leave them with one thing to take action on after each episode. So, what is one thing that they can go do today with ChatGPT?
Well, I'm going to talk to the ones who already uh, use ChatGPT. So if you're not using ChatGPT, one thing is start using ChatGPT. But for those who are using ChatGPT and not using it to their full potential, just go to ChatGPT and give, share your struggles and ask it how it can help you, because it can help you in all main pillars in your business, from customer relationship marketing to tracking metrics and so on, so on and so on. So whatever is struggling you right now, just go to ChatGPT and share it with it, and it will make your life much easier immediately.
Yeah, even just taking a couple things off your plate is so
Yes.
helpful.
Yes.
I'm going to encourage them to go grab the ChatGPT brand builder, brand kickstart. What is it called?
It's a ChatGPT brand builder, and it helps you create your brand Kickstarter prompt. So, and if you want to learn more about ChatGPT and really use it throughout the whole small business journey, my ChatGPT Solopreneur Club really takes you from the beginning to use it all throughout your business.
Use it for all the things.
Yes, yes, yes.
Yes, I will say I'm a member of the ChatGPT Solopreneur Club, and I have actually left most memberships that I've been in, but I am absolutely staying in your membership because it gives me the tools at my fingertips for whatever I'm working on. If I'm like, okay, I need to go work on a sales page, it's all laid out in a Trello board, my favorite project management tool. It's all in a Trello board with the prompts for me to go line by line and figure out what I need to say to it. And then if it's not a sales page, if it's a podcast prompt or whatever, it's similar enough that I can adapt it to what I need. But then if I need to go make a reel or, do market research for a new offer, like it's all there at my fingertips, ready for me to use. And what I spend every month for the membership fee, I get back in saved time in my business.
That's music to my ears, Chrissy. I'm so happy you're using the tools and all the resources from the club, because that's what they are there for. And I cannot tell you how much I want, especially female solopreneurs, because women are different than men. We think differently. We need more encouragement. We need more convincing, and this is something that really can completely change the focus of where they spend most of their time, and completely shift their focus. So that's my main wish for every female solopreneur out there.
Yeah, I think our brain is like, oh, I don't have time to learn this new thing, or this is going to be too complicated. And I think you take away a lot of the overwhelm, even with just some of your prompts and some of your freebies and your lower ticket items. Like it takes away the guesswork and makes it so you can implement it quickly without that overwhelm or that dread feeling.
Yes.
And so that's why I definitely wanted to have you on here so you could talk to them about that. Can you tell us where they can find you, where my friends can find you?
So they can find me on Instagram at the Solo Genius, and well, I'm mostly there. And my website, I have a blog. It's also called the Solo Genius website, and I'm hanging out there.
Awesome. If you're really ready to dive into ChatGPT, check out Irena's membership. It's going to be open in January, correct?
Yes.
Awesome. Yes. So she's the one that gave me the idea for Cart Open and Cart Closed for the Do the Dang Thing membership. So in January, you can join back up with us and learn so many different things for your business. So don't forget to check out Irena's resources, especially her freebies. They are so good. And add your name to the waitlist. The waitlist for the Solopreneur Club, will link both of them in the show notes for you. Thank you so much for joining us today. Thank you, Irena, for your time and your expertise. This was so useful. I'm excited for the listeners to have a new tool in their toolbox. We will see you back here again next week, listener. Until then, keep on doing the dang thing. Bye. Thanks for listening to this week's episode of Do the Dang Thing podcast with Chrissi Sperduto. If you know someone that could benefit from today's chat, please send this episode their way and be sure to leave a rating and a review so more business owners can find the podcast and be inspired to take action on their goals. Also, I love to see what you're doing while you listen. Share what you're up to while you listen to today's episode and tag me in your stories at Chrissi Sperduto for a shout out. If you'd like to explore more resources like my free monthly coaching call and learn how we can work together through one-on-one coaching or the Do the Dang Thing membership, head to www.chrissisperduto.com. Please always remember that you are not alone in this adventure. I am always rooting for you, bestie. Until next time, keep on doing the dang thing. Bye.